Hi, welcome. I am Claudia Braun, and I work with women who struggle with stress, emotional eating, and yo-yo dieting. And I'm really glad to talk to you today because I wanted to talk about forgiveness, and I wanted to talk about how forgiveness could help you. Many times when I talk to women, I hear their own lack of forgiveness of themselves and how much they hate themselves and are mad at themselves for where they're at in their life, that when they were 125, 135, whatever that magic number is that they thought they should be at, and when they were there, they didn't appreciate it, and they thought they didn't look good, and they judged themselves, and then they now are 30, 40 pounds heavier, and they've been on this cycle so many times, and they're just so angry that here they are again, and really mad at themselves and feel a lot of shame and judgment over what they do with food, what they've done with food, how food is taking up so much time in their life, how much brain space it's taking, how much they think about food, and then how much they berate themselves about how much they've eaten, how they judge themselves, and it's nonstop. And what really came to me is this intention for forgiveness. And forgiving yourself really is the way out, because the more you judge yourself for your poor choices or judge yourself for what you think you should have done that you didn't do, and it just continues this shame and pain spiral, and then it's hard to get out, and it's like this paper bag that you're stuck in, and it's like these doors that don't open. So I really wanted to share with you what I know is giving yourself credit for where you're at right now, and accepting that you did the best you could, and if you could have done it differently, you would have, and you couldn't, so you didn't. And that's okay. It doesn't mean that you're bad. It doesn't mean that this will never change. It doesn't mean this isn't fixable. It doesn't mean that you are hopeless. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. It doesn't mean that you're somebody to be judged or pitied. It just means that it's an opportunity to forgive yourself. And if you're holding judgment against somebody else who judged you for your size and criticized you for your size, it's an opportunity to forgive them as well, because holding judgment against them is only keeping you in the pain. And, A Course in Miracles, which is a study course, which I love, and it talks about that, when we hold a sword over a brother, we really hold it over our own head. So if you're judging somebody else or you're angry at somebody else for what they did to you, you really hurt yourself. And so the opportunity is to forgive you and them. And it is your key and the freedom out. So I really want you to grab hold of this and know that you don't have to suffer. And really the suffering is in our own mind. It's what we tell ourselves. And the more that we tell ourselves we're bad, we're stupid, we made stupid mistakes, and here we are, and might as well eat some more food because we feel so bad about ourselves, it just keeps going. And the only way for it to stop is for you to give yourself permission to let yourself off the hook and accept that you did the best you could, and you didn't know any better. But now things are different, and you're in a different place. And, it is a process of undoing, of unraveling. And I know that, when I was sort of in this pain and shame spiral, particularly around food and what I was doing with it, and, kind of the duplicity of, on the outside I looked pretty normal, but on the inside I just felt so bad about myself, and then I felt even worse because what I was doing with food, it just is self-perpetuating. And so what I know is that once you kind of it's like almost like giving yourself a shot of forgiveness, a shot of kindness, a shot of acceptance, a shot of, you're doing all right, you're doing great, you're on the right path, you're making good choices, you're starting to shift, you're starting to do it differently, you're starting to get it. It's like the more you start to open up to feelings of encouragement and of getting yourself out of that pain and, out of the intensity of that, kind of holding, almost like holding a gun over your head, like that you feel like you have to suffer because you've made bad choices, but that's not true. You don't deserve to suffer. And you're not a bad person, you don't deserve to suffer. And the more you can instill forgiveness and allow yourself to accept that you've done the best you could, then, your path starts to shift and change. So I'd really love to hear from you and hear how you resonate with forgiveness and how this could make a difference in your life and, how it could be different for you. So I look forward to seeing you on the next video, and I look forward to seeing you in the group. And if you are struggling and in the pain and suffering and are looking for a way out, I actually have 2 available sessions, and I'd love to extend one to you. So reach out and comment below, and you and I will talk together soon. And until next time, bye.